Thank you for watching DroTV. We are here with a very special guest, StonerBro Flex, the People's Champ.
What is going on? StonerBro Flex, a.k.a. the biggest broski of all time. You already know the vibes. And we're in the building. Mike Freeman, what's up?
Not much. Thanks for coming to the DroTV studios. We're here to kind of reflect back on 2022. Was a big year for StonerBro Flex.
Oh, yeah. Remarkable year, man. It's been one of the craziest years that I've had since I've been on this scene.
Well, we've got a lot to talk about. A lot of things happened from 2021 to 2022. So you ready to get into some of these?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Let's get ready to rock and roll.
Excellent. We met at the Florida Cannabis Festival in person for the first time.
Yes.
And since then, we've had a chance to hang out and become pretty good friends. So I'm excited to get into this, and I think we're going to make some waves with this.
Oh, no, definitely. And I appreciate you inviting me over to the studios here. This place is lit. And I just respect your body of work. You know, from the first interview that we did, my first time on DroTV, episode 152, it's like one of the highest viewed episodes right now. And I just love your style and what you're doing right here. So I appreciate you giving me the opportunity.
You're welcome. Thank you. And to anybody that's watching this, if you haven't already checked out my first time episode 152 with StonerBro Flex, then you definitely need to go check it out. The links will be down below. It was a roller coaster of a year, so to say. Why did you want to do this interview with DroTV?
Well, I picked you to do this interview for one, because you're one of the best here. All right. And the episode that we filmed together, it just came out so great. The handful of close people that I have in my circle here, the feedback from them was remarkable. And then also my close friends outside of this community, my friends back in Philly and Jersey that had the opportunity to watch it, also had great feedback. Your interview skills as well, that the way that I responded, it was just a perfect interview. And and that's why I wanted to do this with you again.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And I was happy to. I think we've got a lot of great stuff to talk about, and you ready to get into it?
Let's get it.
So let's take it back to October 1st, 2021. You quit Sunshine Cannabis. What was some of the backlash you received from the community?
All right, yeah. So I made my return in that October of 2021, and I'm just going to rewind it back just a little bit. I try not to talk about the Bozo brand too much, because I did go through a lot of drama with them, you know. But I feel at this point, it's almost like a banana telephone. You know, there's been so much time passed, so many new members to the community, that the story's probably been watered down a million times. So I just feel like, hey, I'm here. And I don't want to touch too much on it, but I feel like people need to understand that. You know, you asked, you quit Sunshine Cannabis, and yes, I quit. All right. I was never let go. The big boss Bozo never fired me. It was nothing like that. For months leading up to that moment, there was a lot of behind the scenes drama between ambassadors per se, not the brand itself, right? You can't bad mouth a brand. All right. So we're talking about the individuals that represent the brand.
Right.
You know, I went through a tough time with them.
Okay.
So yeah, I did quit. A lot of people that have been here for a long time know you know, I had an event with them on a particular weekend that was like the final straw. So, you know, a lot of things happened at that event that just didn't jive with what I personally stand for. You know, I have a certain set of values and stuff. And then also at that event, a couple of different things happened. One of my friends, Zenden, had come up and she had showed me some stuff that was going on behind the scenes with some members from the community. Again, I just wasn't feeling it. After the event, you know, I was supposed to have a hotel room waiting for me. That didn't happen. I'm sitting somewhere for hours at night. I'm tired. I worked all day. And I had made the decision to just pack it up and go home. And when I woke up in the morning, I had a not so nice message from the big boss Bozo himself. And at that point, I wasn't feeling it. And I pretty much told him about himself. And I went on a live later that day, and they were all on the live watching, and I quit. And that's how it went.
What's some of the feedback from the community, or how did the community respond to you just quitting Sunshine Cannabis?
Oh man, it was crazy. Uh I really wish that you could hop into my body just to feel the emotions that I had to go through, right?
Mm,
Because a lot of people at home wouldn't understand this. But you have to realize that for so long, I'm with the number one brand at that time. They were the number one, not so much anymore. But at one time they were the number one brand. I was a brand ambassador. I had gotten love from the whole entire community. And then in that moment, when I denounced that particular group and I said I quit, in that blink of an eye, I literally lost 50 quote unquote friends at one time.
wow.
And these are at least 50 people that every day, we love you. You're the greatest. You're the best. You helped save my life. You did this, you did that. So just imagine you give people so much. And at the blink of an eye, they just let you go because, you don't rock with the brand that they love. My feelings were hurt. I was definitely a little down about that.
Okay. What you experienced with Sunshine Cannabis, this isn't solely with Sunshine. It seems like a lot of different businesses and brands in the cannabis community, a lot of this stuff is going on.
All right, it's no secret here in this community. The people that have been here a long time know that there's different factions and groups and brands. And it's very cutthroat here, especially for anybody that's doing good, anybody that's shining, anybody that's on top of their game, especially those of us that are working directly with the dispensaries. The crowd out there can be very harsh, in a sense where if you're not providing them with a certain level of attention, or maybe they have a business or a brand and they're trying to get you to help them get their name out, and if you're not doing that for them, then all of a sudden you're the biggest piece of crap.
Right.
They don't love you anymore.
Right. Anything more you want to talk about Sunshine, or do you want to move on to the next point?
Well, again, I don't want to bring them too much attention. um You know, I literally stepped away. There was some background drama that I'm not going to speak of. It's over. I don't want to keep rehashing it. I've never told my story, and I feel like people need to know. I just know it's been so long. It's been watered down. I've never been anything other than honorable. And the people that have met me along the way, they know this. And I just feel like, man, they really try to bully me out of this community. And as you can see, I'm still sitting here right now. Even after leaving for 8 months, I came back, and we're going to talk about this. I came back. I started going to some events. We're going to get into that. And a couple of their ambassadors, they would see me standing in a picture with a female friend of mine. They would actually message her and say, "Hey, I see you took a picture with Flex. You're either friends with him or you're friends with me. You got to choose." And I still have to put up with that kind of stuff now, and it's so goofy.
Yeah.
Their camp is still doing stuff like that to me. It's been like 2 years now. It's like, give it a break. Um, to make a long story short, the girl's still friends with me, because I'm that cool. I'm a good guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm not going to beat up on them. I've beat up on them over the years. Anything that I ever talk about, I can always back it up. And that's probably why you haven't really heard too much out of their camp as far as when it comes to me. I was as solid as they come, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So I'm going to officially move on from them. Do I have any ill will? For a long time, I was so mad at the big boss Bozo. All right. I was so mad because, You know, I gave so much of my time to that man, and I went through so much behind the scenes. There were things that we weren't able to do. You know, we weren't allowed to really associate with outside people. You know, we had to, it was the Sunshine fam stuck together, you know, and there was a lot of internal stuff going on between the brand ambassadors, you know, and it was just, man, it was hell. And it was a shame because here I'm living out this dream. You know, most people at that time would have died to be in the spot that I was in. You know, it should have been one of the greatest moments of my life. And man, I didn't enjoy it. I had to deal with a lot of internal hate, a lot of dysfunction from my own brand, and it just wasn't fun anymore. You know, it was tough getting up every day and putting on that stupid little hat and shirt and trying to smile, you know, for the people. So,
Mm.
uh, I am no longer angry. You know, I was angry for so long. You know, the people turning on me, the people that I thought were my brothers, sisters, people that told me they love me, people that I broke meals with. You know, so I was definitely depressed for a long time. I was angry. However, now I've moved on, and it was a learning lesson more than anything. Um, and I just want to say this to Chris Sunshine, if he's watching, Big Boss Bozo. I just want to thank him for the opportunity because above anything else, all that crap that I went through, he gave me the opportunity. He gave me a platform to speak and tell my story and gain the following that I have gained. And so for that, I do have to thank him. But if he is watching, though, you're still a bozo. All right? That's it.
And so you go from Sunshine to the next thing, and the next thing isn't all blue skies, green pastures either.
And it's not.